This is just not acceptable, not in Europe. We have to have a lot more respect for those people, and we have to stop treating them like animals. 1 week ago, as you know, the camp of Moria, who had 12,000 refugees and asylum seekers in the camp, was burned to the ground, and the 12,000 people basically self-evacuated through the camp. You have to imagine that in Moria camp, which was built for less than 3,000 people, there was up to 20,000 people living there at the beginning of the year. When the fire took place a week ago, there was 12,000 people. Thousands are living basically in very destitute situation for the last week. So yes, the sanitation problems, no toilets, no proper access to water, and of course, great fear of what's waiting for them. It's a very just a disaster in terms of hygiene. The situation of the refugees is quite complicated because they've been in Lesbos far too long under very inhumane regime. MSF, we do believe that enough is enough. They've gone through violence from some member of the community in February and March especially, but ever since. So refugee being attacked in town or outside of the camp. We've gone through COVID, which was very stressful. Refugees could hear all the specialists on the radio saying that you had to keep social distancing, that you had to keep proper hygiene, that you had, if you had COVID, you had to isolate yourself. But how can you have proper hygiene when there's practically not enough water all day long, when there's one shower for 60 people, when there's one toilet for 50 people? You had to queue for food, you had to queue for water, you had to queue for your asylum seeker process, and people were just shoulder to shoulder in the queues. So how to protect yourself from COVID was just impossible. So now the government is building a new camp by the sea in a place that is known to be very cold, very windy in the winter. So for sure, it has to be a temporary solution before those people are evacuated to the mainland of Greece or to countries a member of the EU. We don't want Moria 2 for this population. We need to have reception of asylum seekers for sure, and on this island. We need to have a transit camp, but then they need to be moved to other places. The example of Germany should be followed suit by the other 26 members of the European Union. It's imperative. So for sure, it's a good step in the right direction, but it's far from being enough. As just here in Lesbos, there's 10 times that number, and then there's the other 4 hotspots in Greece. The members of the European Union must show a lot more solidarity and with Greece, and demonstrate that enough is enough, that we can't have that sort of treatment of asylum seekers that has been going on for the last 5 years in Moria.